Oh, hi, energy. Time to pull from alignment and see what's going on within our energy today, which I'm excited. We got our countdown to Christmas Eve and Christmas, and then New Year's Eve, and then New Year's Day. Um, Today is, I believe, the 23rd. What's the countdown, ma'am? Yes, it's the 23rd. Um, which intriguing. That's all I got to say. Witch, like actual, like witch, like broomstick hat concept. But I'm actually saying witch aspect. Like which way to go. But it's dealing with a here and after energy and communication, um, which is like a yin and yang energy. Which I think my shirt complements that very well. This is my new shirt that I got from Timu. I believe it's so gorgeous. Honestly, it's very, very gorgeous. But I believe that complements it very well when it comes to yin and yang energy. Um, so you can definitely see what the light side is looking like and what the dark side is looking like, how it's coexisting together. And today I woke up at 9:53, and I was like, oh, intriguing. We're teaching halfway communication. Um, and honestly, it made me think of a Big Sean song. I think it's called The Blessing, but within that song, a verse that he had, he said, the funny thing about talking behind my back is that it always get back to me. It is shadow work at its finest. It's the energy of oneness. That's the intriguing part. But that's what the energy came through as when I woke up, like, geez, intriguing. You're teaching the energy of halfway in communication. And to date, the actual date today is a here and after energy, which is whether you're in a physical form like this or you're on the eternal side, you're what's guiding us. Think of in meditation form when people receive information. That's the aspect of funny thing about talking behind my back is that it gets right back to me. It's a meditation form. It just comes right on through. Um, so it made sense. It balanced out through the time and the date, which was definitely back to back affirmation of it. Um, which that is an intriguing energy. Honestly, for me, this is I want to say a touchy topic for me. It's one of the energies I normally would try to steer away from. This where they like it's self sabotage and things like that. But it's just like I have grown too much to hold back. Definitely when I'm really authentically excited about a new start. Being able to join something that makes sense to me. Like as I was telling you guys, I have joined Dollar General. And I love that their concept that I learned that they actually follow like their principles that they have in values. It's so lovely because it's community all day, and that's what I do is naturally community aspect. So I thought it was so beautiful, but I read into an energy of you do your job too well. That's always the story of my life. You do your job too well. Like you're too good. You work too hard. And that's an intriguing energy and a misunderstanding energy of why are you writing things down? Why would I not write things down? I like to learn. Life is about learning. You want to be able to remember something. Are you just feeling some type of way? Like, yes, I am here to focus on just this aspect, but I am naturally a person that's connected. Like I do things outside of here, and just because I'm focusing there, don't mean that I can't take notes to be able to remember to do something later on. Because later on, what I wrote down displayed in what needed. It's just I'm a good multitasker. Um, an aspect of you left it here. You left your notes here. I left some gum there too, and I bet it's still there next to the printer. It's a piece of extra gum and a silver wrapper next to the printer. I left it there. But nobody said nothing about that part, but that's extra for you. But just aspects that I want to highlight because it's intriguing when you're so excited about something, you show up, they hire you to do a job and then you do your job and it's just like, whoa, you do this too well. What you thought I was supposed to come and do? My job, right? But it's another energy that's connected with that. And this feels like an overall type of an energy of, I'm gonna use an example. It's help needing help, if that makes sense. I normally say, who helps the teacher? The teacher got something the teacher need to do, but when the teacher need to be away to, go learn what the teacher need to learn, who helps the teacher? It's one of those type of energies. And it may feel like stepping on feet, teacher afraid that you stepping on the feet, like you might outdo the teacher, but it's like, it's not a competition. This is community. That's the intriguing part of just receiving help, being okay with receiving help and not getting intimidated by your help doing their job. Help, but you live and you learn, and I'm still excited, honestly. Like, I love what I do. I've been excited to join the aspect just so I can shine and do what I do. This is what I do, you know? My natural personality is what's needed. Like, I wish I would have worked today, honestly, because prepping for that countdown of New Year's Eve and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, but Christmas Eve and then Christmas, people need my energy. It's really, really important. Because honestly, it'd be a lot of sad energy during this time, honestly. And that's why I'm just like, this is just an energy I'm used to, honestly, of people feeling a certain type of way just by my natural behavior. You're too nice, you're too neat, you're too clean. And that honestly, it triggered me a little bit. I was like, oh, geez. It's, I want to say it stunned me or something, but it just was like, whoa, intriguing. Very intriguing. Very intriguing, honestly. But it's just something I wanted to highlight on and speak on, because it's just like, I don't want no confusion. I don't do confusion too well. Honestly, it's not my life journey and purpose to have any confusion. Yes, I joined the community base, but my natural self is a tarot reader. I do spiritual work. So there will never get to be no blind spots or confusion or static behavior. You coexist in a yin and yang energy. That's for, even for me, talking about how I write down notes and things like that. What are you doing? Just ask me what I'm doing. Ask me. But instead of assuming things. But I kind of just forgot what I was about to say intuitively. We're gonna move on past that part just because. Just wanted to FYI and just no confusion. No confusion. I don't like confusion. And on the path, I'm gonna shuffle through the Eightfold Path and see where the mind is at and where to be headed to. So far, it's on right speech. That was the right speech. But I'm gonna shuffle through and see where the mind is at and where to be headed to. I feel like it's something else I wanted to say, but I also can't remember what I was just talking about. Honestly, it was something that asked me. Assumption energy is intriguing. Your mind is on right mindfulness. How lovely. And it's a red base. Hello, family. That's so intriguing because my first day on the floor, after I did the videos of learning the whole concept of how things go, my first day on the floor, I was on a register. We're supposed to greet people when they walk through the door, which that's a natural behavior of mine, intriguingly. Even being the consumer, the one like shopping, anytime I walk into a place, I normally say hi. I say hello as soon as I walk through the door. And intriguingly, normally the employees don't say nothing. It'd be intriguing to me, honestly, but it's just a natural behavior of mine to, when you walk in somewhere, greet, But anywho, when I'm on the opposite side doing what I do, I kept saying, welcome. At first, I didn't keep saying it, but I did do it more than one time. I was like, welcome to Family Dollar. And I caught myself like, oh, no, ma'am. This is Dollar General. And you know me, I just started laughing. Like I give myself chuckles. It was freaking funny to me. It's just like, why do I keep saying Family Dollar? Even though it's like almost one of the same concept, it's just like, man, this is Dollar General. It just was intriguing to me. And this would just remind me because there's more of a, I think it's black and red. This is black and red. That's the intriguing part about intriguing. I once again, it just was funny to me. Like, why do you keep saying welcome to Family Dollar? This is Dollar General. Even though the general, if it's the general, I get all of it. I get all of you guys. That's why it's community. We family up in here. Whether you know you the consumer or the buyer. That's the same aspect. Give myself chuckles. That's exactly how I was. Like, oh my God, give myself chuckles. How intriguing. I had a great day, my first day, honestly. I can laugh at intriguing things that I do. Honestly, this was like, this is intriguing. I had it. My whole first week was great. Definitely on the floor. I had a great time. Just being my natural self, honestly. Just smile and greet and, learn, how do I do this? I thought they was gonna get tired of me asking, like, how you do this? I need help. And not being afraid to ask for help. Which I was talking about just a minute ago. That is energy of help coming through, but people afraid of the help. That's the intriguing part. And I need help, help, help. And they didn't mind helping me. That was a great part. Even when I asked, like, have I like took you on a roller coaster? Do you have a headache from me asking you so many times for help? And they was like, no, I understand. I was like, lovely, lovely. That's what I like to hear. Lovely. That's what I like to hear. Um, I just want to do things the right way, honestly. I just do. Um, and your mind is headed to right concentration. How lovely. This is perfect. I feel like the same concept that I just said too. That's the funny part. It's green, but it reminds me of money. That's the intriguing part. This is a family aspect, and this is money. Even though this is remind me of Christmas colors too, I feel like the same type of energy. That's the funny part. You're headed to right concentration, but your mind is on right mindfulness. You're thinking the right way. I really feel like the same concept, honestly. Right mindfulness and right concentration. It's like two peas in a pot, metaphorically. Um, let's see what universal law is standing up there. And intriguingly, this seemed like this would be our Christmas Eve energy. Right concentration. Where universal law is standing out today. Mindfulness keep catching my attention. The law of correspondence. How are you responding, ma'am? Got the law of correspondence. And then the law of cause and effect. And the law of energy, the law of polarity, the law of action, then the law of relativity, then the law of rhythm. Ooh, then the law of vibration, then the law of compensation, the law of perpetual, the law of gender is in reverse. Gonna be dealing with an energy that you'll realize later that gender is not important. This is all a spiritual aspect, a soul aspect. It's just an energy of receiving help, honestly. Gender is not important within some energy. You will realize it later, but you're going to realize it was based off the law of gender in reverse. Then the law of attraction. That is definitely that. That's funny. Because wherever you're getting your help from or information, even though information is help too, gender is not important within this world. This can even be an energy of dealing with a happy guy. which is an intriguing aspect to even say it in that form of a way. Honestly, I feel almost disrespectful, honestly, but because anybody could be happy, you know. But a same-sex guy, a very feminine aspect one, um, not getting stuck on that he's supposed to be identifying. See, I'm having a hard time even saying this because it's intriguing. Honestly, it's not to get stuck on that gender form. It's something that they're doing or they're saying that's important. If that makes sense, that's the only way I can explain that energy. Honestly, but it's dealing with the law of attraction for extra sure. Then, and then the law of divine oneness. There's no more clarity needed in that for sure. So oneness energy is not getting stuck on that gender. It's receiving what you need. Let's see, was zodiac is standing up guy. Law of correspondence and the law of action. And then the law of divine oneness is on the bottom. And the law of gender was the only card that was flipped in reverse. And making sure that was the only card that was flipped in reverse. The law of action was flipped in reverse too. It's just coming through in a different form. And the fires over there crackling. That's intriguing. Huh. I may be dealing with the cause and effect. How are you responding to what you're receiving? This could be a blind energy again. Stereotype of how it's supposed to look or be done or something like that for sure. That's the cause and effect, which could put action in reverse because we could have a judgmental behavior. Intriguing. When it's not supposed to be, that gender aspect has to be a. You have officially become a blind person. What are you receiving? How is it making you feel? Thinking that concept. Honestly, which I would say I do that naturally, but I don't think about it honestly. Um, just my purpose, honestly. I naturally deal with energy, but literally being blind is a total different energy to me, honestly. The way I was explaining it as to, I was asking a lot of questions. I probably would really be one of the people literally asking a lot more questions. I can't see anybody, anybody, help, shit. The eyes just like, oh, I see. I ain't asking you, you know. You can see you asking whatever makes you feel comfortable. Pisces, that's definitely it. Ruling planet Neptune. It's a sound. Very, very intriguing. And this is February and March energy. It's a love and it's luck. Definitely dealing with values for sure. This is Sagittarius. Probably why the fire crackled. Sagittarius is luck. It symbolizes Lady Luck. Always in the right place at the right time. It's because of the energy. As Pisces, you are the mystical sign of eternal and reincarnation, the final of the 12 signs. You encompass traits of every other sign, giving you a cosmic presence and an unearthly intentions and a vast understanding of others through your lifetimes of experience. And then we got Scorpio over here. Hi, self. Hi, self. Firm. Very firm. That's definitely it. Then we got first responding in reverse. I'm not gonna read it that way. I don't think it's that way, but got Virgo, first responding. Self. Yeah, it's definitely self. No, that's not in reverse. First responder is never in reverse. First responder is never in reverse. That's funny. Scorpio is in my first house. It symbolizes my senses and my identity. And then, what actually popped out as the Taurus came out. Then Gemini. Ah, got two perspectives going on. Very intriguing. It's obvious. Leo energy. Cancer, light in the dark. Got Aries energy. Passion and creativity. In the dark. Light in the dark is coming through. That's it. That's why you can't use gender within this. It's being creatively done. Creativity is important in an expression form. Even how my shirt, honestly, I say, look, it's great for the energy when it comes to yin and yang. Even though it's normally like a white aspect, white and black, this is a highlighter aspect. The light is on highlight mode, which intriguingly, I got my highlighter on the light. It's like a light post where you can kind of see it. I fell over. I can show you. It's sitting right there on the light. And that's that energy, how it's coming through. That's why it's obvious. It's highlighted. The sun is naturally shining on situations, as I always say, which even is the first two cards aspect. Pisces, water. Scorpio, water. We're the fish in a pond or a lake. The sun is shining on the water. Certain fish get spotted out. Definitely depending on in the right placement. Where you supposed the law of placement that did catch my attention yesterday. The law of placement. When something comes looking for you, this reminds me of almost a judgment day. Not saying it's judgment day, but who knows? This is what it feels like. And they be like, if Jesus come knocks on your door, how are you responding? Are you even there? Why are you not there? Which goes with authentic behavior. Did you not want to let go? Did you not take a leap of faith? Why are you not here? Even though, Jesus, you don't know where I'm at. You supposed to know where I'm at. I give myself chuckles. Were you where you were supposed to be? Supposed to be, not where you're at. Are you where you supposed to be in alignment for? Which goes to, did you take a leap of faith? There was another aspect. This feels like a leap of faith. You didn't want to let something go. You didn't detach. This feels like an honesty area where honesty was supposed to be given. Maybe something was supposed to detach. If it didn't detach, you in the wrong placement. You in the wrong place. You still connected to something you ain't supposed to be connected to. But on the flip side, you made the leap of faith. Come to your door. You just feel like a healing energy, probably. Anywho, the sun's shining on you. I see you. Spotlight day. However, getting done is in a creative form. The light, the answers is coming through in a creative form. Just how I said about my shirt, it's creatively done. And this is fabric. This is clothes. So anybody could have this on. This could be a guy having this on. The expression is in a creative form. And it's obvious. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. Because that's that energy. But different frequencies. So that's probably what I just explained is going with these different frequencies. Capricorn energy. Somebody's not in the right placement. Coming to your door and you're not where you're supposed to be. You're missing out on your blessing because you were not where you were supposed to be. It's Leo energy. That's the sun and the moon. Both of them. Intriguing. Though we got two different perspectives, which is going right back to that leap of faith in an aspect, and that's the cause and effect too, the universal law of cause and effect, and the law of correspondence, but definitely law of cause and effect. Or you didn't detach from something, one of the two. Capricorn energy. This feels like deck in the halls, honestly. Capricorn energy, which I didn't finish explaining that. as to how I recently expressed and I used the star form and the way the stars was coming out, like the way the stars was projecting out. It was literally going down the roads, like knocking on different doors or talking to different people. It's that energy. It reminded me of decking halls, just like what I'm doing. It's coming to different people, did messages for different people. And however it's getting done, it's in a creative form. Balance. It's coming in a creative form. Ah, here you go. Who's behind? Ah, that's so funny. My values is coming right through there. Creative form. Even how I'm doing it now. I'm expressing my values airwavely, if that makes sense. Which they would say that's the age of Aquarius, and that's the last card that comes out. My values is headed right through the air form. That's funny. I knew this was Sagittarius. It feels like Sagittarius energy. And Capricorn energy is coming. You see how it's an arrow? An arrow, when it comes out, it just shh. But imagine different frequencies within that process before it even land to whatever it's trying to land to, if that makes sense. That's so beautiful. That's why it's even the way I explained that the creative form is pleasure and creativity within that. And the way I landed it, Sagittarius back down, it's headed to light in the dark and creativity and passion. Very lovely. Let me scoot these up some. Zodiacs had a lot of confirmation. I thought that was so beautiful. And definitely with the first two cards, just water. That's funny how it ended. How it started and how it ended. It ended with Aquarius, the age of Aquarius energy, which is all airwavely. And it started off with the age of Pisces, which Pisces actually. Hellos. Hellos. That is funny. And that's that two different perspectives. Very intriguing. But it's funny because even on Pisces displays the two different perspectives. That's why you would never escape this energy. The original way is always an accurate way. That's why I'm like, there's no way that this first responder is in reverse. This is solid energy. It's a way to be even to reincarnate. Who is that? It's paralyzed in extremes. And then my brain just went on a little roller coaster. My brain just went on a little roller coaster. But this Pisces, you are a mystical sign of eternal in reincarnation. It's the water. It's coming right back. It's naturally in you. It's almost like the mark of the beast, how they explain it metaphorically. And it's just, you project in this way. This is start, finish, finish, start. It's like the recycle symbol. There's no escaping it. You have to have this step before you even get to this step. Even though, that's an intriguing aspect. Because this is how I naturally connect with the eternal side. And this is how I get confirmation of the eternal side. I learned that through my translators or just recognizing signs and connections through physical bodies, if that makes sense. And that's the balance form, which Libra symbolizes that. The heart of fair play. You know, I don't know why I keep coming to mind. You're right and you're wrong energy, which I think I'm going to speak on it a little bit just because it's an intriguing energy, honestly. I'm a person who do not smoke and do not drink. I have smoked. I like the vape. I would say I used to like the vape. I haven't been vaping. I haven't even been craving it intriguingly. But I do have my moments where I stop. I go years. Like, let me elaborate a little bit because it's like, you always been that way? No. I never thought I would be a smoker, honestly, of tobacco. But I do use the vape form because I don't like the smell of it, honestly. And I enjoy the fact that the vapes, you don't smell it, and they got different flavors and things like that. I enjoy it personally. Um, but I didn't start actually smoking, which when I first started smoking, I was smoking cigarettes because I was actually stressed, honestly. And I always heard people say, when you stress, or when they stressed anyway, I'm going to smoke, and I guess body was like, well, this is what we do. We stress, we smoke, and I didn't pick this habit up until I was like 25 years old. I was in my 20s. I want to say like 25. I started smoking cigarettes. Um, and intriguingly, I did start smoking Camels because I just heard people say, can I get some Camels? So I went into the gas station and I felt all confident to go order some cigarettes because it was intriguing because I'm going to stay on topic because I don't want to get confused or nothing. But I felt all confident going in the gas station, like, let me get some Camels. And just because I heard people ask for those ones. So I already knew they got Camels in there. It's different kinds, which I actually learned later on. I like the marble kind. Somebody wound up giving me a cigarette one day when I was at work. Um, and I was like, oh, this is smooth. I like this. So I started buying marbles personally. Um, but that's just the start of when I started and which ones I was smoking before I upgraded to vaping. Personal preference, which makes sense to me because I don't like the way it smells, but to each his own. Some people might enjoy the smell. To each his own. Personal preference of an upgrade to me. Um, but fast forwarding of a new aspect definitely when it comes to different perspectives. Work aspect. We supposed to get a break, and I felt like I'm a part timer. I shouldn't get a break because it's part time. Like, but people can have smoke breaks and not have to clock out. And it's just like that. That's not actually freaking fair, honestly. Like, you want to smoke, you wait till you go on break. You have to clock out, just like the ones who have to clock the heck out to go and relax their mind or whatever they need to do. Not that was intriguing that you can take 59 goddamn smoke breaks and not have to clock out. That's a break, you know. Um, but that's two different perspectives. And I honestly thought it was intriguing personally because it's like this place is from the jump from what I learned is a smoke free aspect. So nobody here should be smoking. You don't get no break to go smoke. It's not even a break. You don't get no free time to go smoke. You want to smoke, you wait to that break. But that's two different perspectives because I've learned if you're a smoker, you get to go and take however many breaks you can get. Not even break. It's not even a fucking break because you don't clock out. It's not a break. You get however many freebies you want if you're a smoker, which is just like smokers get the best. But it's just like I'm not gonna backtrack, because like I have smoked. It's just I haven't been craving it. It's just I want to elaborate on that because it was something that was intriguing to me, honestly. And it's no shade to the ones who just like, ah, it is what it is. It's just my perspective and my perspective as into something that is an actual fact that is intriguing to me. And we got two different perspectives. But there's no way mine is wrong, but it's a perspective. But we're gonna see you with the highlight of the messages today. I started smoking cigarettes when I was 25 years old. What the hell type of crisis was you going through? Don't feel like I was smoking since I was like 2, or I'm just being a little sarcastic, honestly. They'd be like probably like 13, somewhere in their teens. They'd be somewhere smoking. It's just like, damn, that's intriguing. But nope, I was 25 and I was going through life lessons became intriguing to me. But even with that aspect, it was weird because smoking do not make you less stressed. Smoking do not make you less stressed. Definitely tobacco do not make you less stressed. I don't know who told me that storyline as to, or I even heard them say, maybe that was my perspective. Maybe that was my perspective of, I hear them, they be stressed, and they're like, I'm going to smoke a cigarette. So I was like, my perspective observed it as, oh, you stress, so you smoke cigarettes. Because that's why I started, because I was like, oh, you stressed. Obviously, you go smoke a cigarette. Let me go get me some, because I am hella stressed. And it didn't work. It didn't work. I can go through packs a day. Packs a day. Not just a few a day, a packs a day. Still stressed. Have to go buy another one. Like, this shit ain't working. And then I started buying like the kind that they normally use to like roll marijuana up, or it looked like the little fancy guys be smoking. They call those cigars. I started smoking those because the actual goddamn cigarettes weren't working. I'm still stressed. I need a stronger dose of it. And those are a little thicker, so it's more in there. Shit wasn't working. Then I got tired of it. It's like, I don't like the smell of it. It wasn't even the price, because those shits aren't cheap, honestly. They're not cheap. I didn't give a fuck about the price. It just was the smell that was driving me crazy. And I was still stressed. It wasn't adding up. It wasn't adding up. So eventually I stopped. And then, like years, not even years later, but sometime later, I wasn't stressed. This was not stressed when I picked up the habit of vaping. It's not like I'm side-eyeing the cigarettes or the cigars. It's just, this was a different approach when I entered into vape world. Which I was brought to my attention too by somebody else, just the same way that Marlboro cigarettes was brought to my attention by somebody else. They had introduced me to it, and I was like, oh, I like this. I like this. And I actually started just doing it just because I enjoyed it. But I was sometimes smoking it when I was stressed. But it just, intriguingly to me, that concept is a spiritual aspect, honestly, because they tell you, you're going to die. Though all those aspects going to make you die, even though it's like, shit, I know I'm going to die anyway eventually, That's part of how this process goes. You're going to die eventually. So it's not like okay, tell me something I don't know. But it connects you to the eternal side. That it definitely does. That's one thing that I learned by all those aspects is I'm connected to the eternal side. Anytime I'm receiving just like a meditation form, I normally smoke. And I learned that in the vaping form. It's just like smoke signals, honestly. Your guidance comes. Something is wrong, which that goes back to that stress part, Something's wrong. SOS, So I get all of that, so I'm not against it. It's just, honestly, I haven't been using it, honestly, or craving it. Like, I don't drink alcohol. I kind of recently, throughout this whole year, it's the end of the year, I think last month I did buy me a bottle of Irish cream, which is, I just enjoyed it. It felt like a lucky time. I wanted to celebrate myself, honestly. And I do believe I had two bottles, not the same, back to back. Just within a month, I did have two bottles of Irish cream. It was lovely, honestly. I didn't drink the whole bottle the same night. It lasted a little minute. It's just, throughout the whole year, going to person saying, I don't drink. And it's like, ma'am, you just had two bottles within 1 month. I was just enjoying myself. I am an adult, I am grown, I am evolved, and I do want to enjoy myself sometimes. I don't ever just want to always be on discipline mode like I'm a child and things like that, But it is something that I just don't do. And I have learned when I do smoke normally sometimes, what they call that? A social drinker or a social smoker. I'm one of those people. If I'm going out with some people and they're drinking, I might get me a drink. Or this is another aspect, because I recently did it. That's why I noticed it. Because I had stopped smoking my vapes and things like that. I haven't been craving it. But I was hanging out with somebody, and I know right from the jump they smoke and drink. I was like, I don't want to just be the one that's just, and they just in there smoking and drinking, and I'm just like, well, I'm ready to go because I'm not doing none of this. I can enjoy the conversation, but sometimes it just make things awkward, because I'd be ready to go like. Mm. So I went and bought me a vape. But I wasn't actually enjoying it. Like my body was just like, I don't want this. And I wound up throwing it away. So it just was a waste. It was intriguing. I did that twice. My body just wasn't having it. It wasn't having it. Then it was like, stay true to yourself. Don't be out here trying to be somebody else. One, I know I like the vape. It's just lately my body ain't been wanting. It's like a resistance. Like, what the fuck is this? But what the fuck is this? But drinking, I don't really have no bad side effects, metaphorically, even though I have. That's why I normally say I'm not a drinker. Um, normally, normal behavior, honestly, when I drink, sometimes I do like things like Irish cream. Or I make my drink really a sweet aspect where it's like, oh, this is so good. And I just keep drinking it and drinking it. And then it hit me later on like, oh, this was too much. And I started throwing up. I'm a natural throw upper. Overdid it. You overdid it, ma'am. And that's why I was like, oh, I don't drink. It's like I learned a lesson. But recently I have went and bought me a drink. This is like intriguing. Have you learned your lesson? But it's like I didn't overdo it. I didn't overdo it. Just enjoyed. A few cups, maybe 2 cups. Then call it a day, and maybe tomorrow or the next day I have me another one. You know. But normally, normal behavior for anybody moving forward. We go out. I can't keep chugging. You might can chug, chug, chug. I can't. Thou has a limit. Thou has a limit. Or you going to be like, whoa. Because I'm going to get to throwing up. Body is going to project. And it's not going to be pleasant. Guaranteed fact. Happens each time. Each time. And I be feeling horrible. I go right to sleep. I throw up and I go right to sleep. Mm-hmm. I throw up and I go right to sleep. Like the fuck? Most people that drink and they like to party. I don't party. That's the intriguing part. My energy do not be on that level. Even when I smoke THC, which is honestly my favorite, it's just last time I did smoke THC, I felt like I didn't need it. Like I'm already on that level of high. But if I was having sex, I probably would like to smoke, honestly, because that level that it make me feel, I'll be ready to have sex in a different form, if that makes sense. Ready. And look, the card came out too. I'll be ready. Passion. That's too funny. Passion. That's too funny. Look at this image, though. That is hella funny. There's a lady naked next to a goddamn lion. About to go crazy up on this. But I'm just gonna love it. But anywho, geez, and that Sagittarius is right up under Sagittarius and Taurus. That's funny. Whose song is that? That's Trey Songz. Animals. You bring out the animal. I kind of want to hear a little bit of that. That's that for sure. That's funny. Trey Songz, Animal.
Stop scrolling. This game is so fun. I like it. I ain't gonna lie, but baby, you get pretty wild, girl, when you take it on. Take it on. When days turn to night, that's when you show your other side with all those freaky girls. Freaky girls. You bring out the animal. Girl, you know I'm a winner. Girl, you know I'm on my way, yeah. I'ma bring my anaconda. Gonna get to your forbidden fruit. Turn the bed into a jungle. I'm Tarzan, you be my chain up in this room. Girl, you know I'm finna hunt you.
Oh, you got me about to sweat, Jesus. Shit. Feel my pores. Oh, a little bit more. Hold on.
You the one I've been praying on. I'm a boss, I'm the leader of the pack. Boomerang, baby, gonna throw it back. Do you?
Whoa, Jesus. Lovely. Very lovely. That's that energy for sure. That's great. I can use some of that in my life. That makes sense to me. Anywho, at the moment, that's not what I'm doing. But that's something I have learned that would be great. And it actually came out and confirmed it. It's passion. It'd be a lot of passion. You bring out the animal, and it's a goddamn animal up in this image in a passion form. That's funny. And it's going with values. That's the funny part. And it's right above Taurus. That's the extra funny part to me. Honestly. Then we got roots. Intriguingly. This is intriguing. This reminds me of something that I just actually painted out in a form. How I see my job, honestly. I love what I do, honestly. I love what I do. Because what I do remind me of myself, if that makes sense. But this feels like you reminiscing on something, or you're just having communication from a distance. But anywho, I painted my job as a castle, and I was headed to it in my nice little fancy car, which would be myself, At the moment, I'm my own vehicle, which is a natural aspect. Which I got navigator tatted on the back of my head because I use spiritual guidance, and I'm a big body person, and a navigator is a big body truck form. So it just makes sense to put navigator on the back of my head since I'm my own vehicle at the moment, and just my spiritual guidance navigates me. So it just made sense to have. But this is what this reminds me of, honestly. This image and this roots concept. Who's up under the end? It's a balance. It's a 10 on there. Page of roots. That's funny. That is super funny, Jesus. Super funny. That's back to back roots. Between this aspect and this aspect. Who's up under there? Oh my God. This is back to back. Then the Knight of Roots. How very intriguing. Who's up under there? Okay, that's in reverse. We can move that over there. That's three. That's three. Roots back to back. This is a hell of a family root. But you said it right from the jump. It's the castle aspect. That's the balance. And that's super funny because this one would be like, were you referring to me? Were you talking about me? Were you talking about me? No, just saying my perspective. Right from the jump, I didn't mind shit. As long as we understand what's going on, I don't really care. Which I actually said that it's just actually came out in the cards. That's funny to me. And the Knight of Roots. Like some music. Is that an instrument too? And that was the Neptune energy. It was the first card that came out. Neptune. Both of these aspects is the music form. Whatever this one is playing, I don't have no clue what this instrument is. But it's a music base. And so is the Knight of Roots. Very extra intriguing to me. I want to get this book really quick. I want to look this up really quick. Because I feel like this night is an energy that's in the dark. But it probably is communicated airwavely. honestly, that's an intriguing form because the castle aspect. It reminded me of when I think of castle, even though I shared it and expressed it in the. It wasn't metaphor with Disney form, but this anytime I think of castle, I always think of a Disney form, and this reminds me of a Disney form. It's an original form, just like me, but probably is operated airwavely. That's why this could be distant communication. But I feel like a reminiscent energy because it is separated. And intriguingly, it's a dog right there, intriguingly. So this could be reminiscent energy. You know, be like, back in my day, that was this and that and that. That's what, I don't know why, it remind me of, honestly. Somebody could be doing that. It's a reminiscent energy. Or you want to get to that place. It's where your balance is at. I feel like it goes with that law of placement. Law of placement is really important, honestly. Um, when I get there, I heard it's the promised land and things like that. It's something of that type of a nature of energy. Because look at the gap within that. I'm gonna find this Night of Roots really quick. See what this highlight is within this really quick. Ah, the fool caught my attention. I had to go back and look at that really quick to caught my dog on attention. Childlike. Got childlike behavior and fresh start. Childlike and fresh start is definitely complimenting this Night of Roots. Intriguing. Probably explaining in this image, no shoes on. Coming off like a full energy with this childlike. You don't take things so seriously. And fresh start. Very intriguing. Let me keep going because that's not what I was looking for, but that caught my attention. Definitely comes to the Night of Roots. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, Jesus. Oh, there we go. The 3 of roots, 2 of roots, the ace of roots. Let me back this with the ace of roots. The 2 of roots, the 3 of roots, 4 of roots, 5 of roots, the 8 of roots, the 10 of roots, the page of roots, and there go the page, found the page. Devoted, trustworthy, and reliable. Trustworthy and reliable. Practical. Practical, trustworthy, and reliable. This was highlighted for the page of roots. Whatever's coming through in I want to say a music form or instrumental form, which is kind of one of the same. Intriguingly, even with all this music, very intriguing. Even with music being really important or sound, which is kind of one of the same, I have music notes on my neck and I actually got it covered up today, intriguingly, but it's highlighted. Like, it's a little dark on the sides, but that part is highlighted. but it's actually covered up. Which I got a turtleneck on, which is intriguing because you think of a turtle, sometimes they pop out, popped out. This is a highlighted energy. That's funny. Practical, devoted, trustworthy, and reliable. That's what's coming through for that. Let's go to this Knight of Roots really quick. Here you go. Next page. Committed in a direction. Practice. Action toward a goal. Following the page of cards. Yep, that's why it's right behind there. That's funny. That's really funny. Action toward a goal. Following the page card that focus on learning. That's the new start. This is like going to class. Yeah, this remind me of like orientation. This remind me of orientation. You learn something and then you put it into action. And it's childlike. It's innocent. It's pure. That's beautiful. You're comfortable. You are in your element. That's why you ain't got no shoes on. You're comfortable. It might not actually be out of shoes, but it's the comfortability aspect. Like in this aspect, you out in the field, you learning. This aspect, you got your shoes off, you just I'll put on a show for you. Comfortable. How lovely. Okay, I just wanted a little bit more clarity, so I had to get it out the book really quick. And Libra caught my attention. This is a balance for sure. It's putting what you learned into action. That's great. And that card at the bottom was a heartbreak. Somebody stabbed somebody in the back. It was in reverse, intriguingly. And harmony. Harmony. Putting it into action. Put what you learned into action. But intriguingly, even though I explained with myself orientation and then, just being on the floor, I couldn't wait to get on the floor. Like, I wish I didn't even have to. I'm happy that I did orientation because as long as I've been a shopper at Dollar General, I never knew their values, honestly. Their values is so great. Their principles are so great. The character concept of it is great. It's my natural behavior. It's my authentic self. It's my authentic self. Like I'm naturally the star. Naturally the star. Like, I thought it was amazing, honestly. So this concept of learning something, it's not like I had to learn it, but it just was clarity of my natural self and putting it into action, which is just a natural harmony. That's the funny part. Look at this. It's in harmony. What you learned in your action. It's harmony. That is so perfect. That's perfect. This like this could even be like a relationship, honestly. That's probably where that passion came out. You get together with the right person. Oh my Jesus, it is harmony. It is harmony. Look at the outfit. It's harmony. It's passion. That is so beautiful. This has made me happy because this is beautiful. This harmony. Look at the image. I have to show you it one more time and I'll move on. But look at this. That is so beautiful. Definitely this aspect. Because this is what I feel. This is what I've been seeking, honestly. And look at the background. It's lightning back there. It's light in the dark naturally. And look at the weather back in the cut. It look all cloudy like it's a thundering night. But that's my favorite weather, honestly, just for FYI. I love when it thunders and lightning because it's like I'm about to be in harmony. I'm about to receive a lot. Meditation form is coming through. And it's the same thing with the inside. Look at by that window. There's enters coming through. And they're playing it in a music form. That could just be a creative form of an expression, or that's really what's happening. Or you definitely maybe sexually active right now and it's creating harmony. And it's coming off like a music form. It's something that I've learned about myself. I'm a talk backer during intercourse time. It's like I can talk to the energy. It's intriguing. I'm a talk backer. It's intriguing, honestly. I'm a talk backer. Anything else in this deck? That one back here again. What is this about? This is the Three of Swords. Nigga, back to back. Back to back. Oh my god. This is important. But this came out back to back too. It's just like what I explained. Misunderstanding behavior causes pain. Judgmental behavior causes pain of a natural standout energy. And look at this. This was the pain of somebody naturally standing out, showing out, comfortable, took what learned and on it. Because queen of it, natural, authentic behavior. Axis came out. Page, the knight, and the queen. And look, it's the moon is right behind it. Light in the dark, which is that harmony energy. That lightning from the weather and what's going on in the inside. It's in the air and it's naturally within you. The funny thing about talking behind my back is it get right back to me. The queen of it. Very intriguing energy. I'm like, it came out again. This was the card that I seen the first time. Like, oh, Jesus. Pain came out again. And then it was all doubled. Like, oh, this how the roots came out doubled? So is this aspect. How extra intriguing. Which I picked this energy up yesterday. You're too perfect. You're too neat. You're too clean. You're too organized. You're too nice. Like, that's not a facade. That's authentic behavior. This orientation told me this is even supposed to be like. But this is actually me. See, this is intriguing. This is the energy. This is definitely a healing energy in so many different forms of a way. This come off for me like a trauma form. This is what I'm used to. I haven't explained it even when it comes to my mom. And I most recently learned it from my aunt and my uncle, honestly. My uncle's a little different, but definitely from my mom. Somebody who birthed me out. When I'm on dry time or I'm nice, like today, she'll feel a certain type of way. You just look so pretty, Like my mom will cut my damn hair out of my head just so I don't feel so goddamn confident about myself. You thriving too much, feel too good. And that's a trauma. That is pain. That's that child behavior, Even when it goes to the funny thing about talking behind my back is it get right back to me. I naturally know answers. The queen of, I know everything in the dark. There's no blind spots for me. Which would be there's no blind spots for us, but when you're dealing with trauma and people normally don't like that aspect, it's the child energy. That's why that childlike behavior came out. The child is thriving, but somebody don't like that. And as an adult, you still expressing you're thriving like you did as a child. Because you're the queen of it. That's the extra intriguing part. That's actually sad, but it feels more exciting. But I know this energy. And I'm looking dead at it, and I'm surprised it came out twice. It was meant to express. Because it's roots. It's your roots that always do it. It always become an envy or jealous energy when thriving. When your natural authentic self, you're not sugarcoating, you just you. And it's not a bad aspect. It's not like you hurt nobody. You're helping. You're helping. It's almost like a Jesus getting hung on a cross energy. Did nothing but greatness, but somehow people are totally pissed. It's your roots that do it. It's your roots. And this is so beautiful. This is beautiful. It's lighting on the child. You have always had the enters. You have always had the enters. Oh my Jesus, this is sad. Because you know it in weather form and what's going on within the household form. Which I've been expressing, like people probably look at me as the weather form. I've learned authentic behavior. Like now we get warm behavior. It's authentic behavior. The universe compliments by making the weather warmer. But it's like a forecast of energy. Like you just know the enters. You always been that way. And even in this aspect, it took two people to create that harmony. This is one. And it's in the child form. Always knew the enters of what's going on within your household and outside in the community form. You always was that way. And as an adult, you're thriving. As an adult, you are thriving. That's intriguing. I want to look at the night of Axis really quick to get some more clarity within this. Because it's the night, honestly. It's night talking about. This might just be a little. You're stepping out because the first one that came out is pain. You might have picked the mood out and boop, got that pain again from your roots. What are you doing? I don't like that. It reminds me of belly. Why did that sound like a raggedy car? It's the heater. I don't know what that's about. Apparently it want to show out or just make its presence known too. But I don't know. It normally don't sound like that. But that just sounded like a raggedy car. But I guess it's a car, but it sounded like a raggedy car, honestly. But no shade. Just saying what it sounded like. I said, but no shade. Really, no shade. I'm in the roots. Let's go to Axis. I said, but no shade. That shit, you heard. I know you heard it. Carefree. Oh. Carefree. Wild, untamed. All right, everybody. Now, I don't want to work. I want to bang on the drum all day. I don't want to play. I just want to bang on the drum all day. That is intriguing. The night card all represents masculine or active energy, but unlike the kings, they do not yet have any power. That's why I said this it's just the night. Even though you're thriving, it's the night energy. It's feel like just putting it. You're trying because you're so used to getting broke down or discouraged, and it's always people close to you that do it. Which for me, my mom and my aunt, She surprised me. Unsurprised me. I was so happy to be amongst family. 'Cause I went a while without being around family. People I grew up with, a close vicinity, like a community, but, she lived it like pretty much up the street from me, but I didn't really get to hang out with her when I was younger so much because intriguingly, that's the intriguing part. That's why I was an adult. As an adult, I was happy to be around her because, like, I'm just like you. That's the intriguing part. I've become spiritual, even though I always had spiritual guidance. I didn't know it was considered spiritual guidance. It's just, you lowest lane, you know everything. You know, don't be telling nobody what I'm doing. Just learn to suppress all my energy. Know the answers, but don't tell nobody. Adults do sneaky stuff, and they don't like you telling them. Definitely, it's not even stranger danger aspect of energy. It's like, don't listen to what the stranger says. It's parents, guardians, grandmas, uncles, things like that. It's close ones who create little monsters. Liars, connivers, things like that. Untrustworthy people because they always want you to suppress honest behavior when they do a sneaky behavior. In this aspect, you always was a thriver. You always was a thriver. Always had the answers. Look, it is light in the background. It is lightning in the daytime. It is lightning in the daytime. That's not a dark background. This is a natural standout energy. Which meaning probably nothing even wrong. It's just you naturally got the answers. It's just you a child, you don't know nothing. Stay in a child place. What the fuck does that mean? Honestly, what does that mean? What do you have me get up every day and go to school for if I don't know nothing? That always been my attitude toward it. I never was a disrespectful person, but it's like literally, well, I go to school every day for if you think I ain't learning nothing because I don't know nothing. And what is a child place? If I know something, I'm supposed to tell you. But intriguing. Intriguing. What this says, the night card all represents masculine. This is masculine energy or active energy. But unlike the king, they do not yet have any power. They are untamed force. That's why it's childlike. It's childlike. That's beautiful. Just putting your foot back in the door. So when you put your foot in the door, you stumble across pain, but even for myself, it's like, I'm unbothered by it. I'm going to speak on it because I come too far. I've bloomed too much. I'm an adult. I still need help and things like that. I'm grateful for the opportunity to even get back, the way that I want to be established and, just be around community and do what I love. I'm excited by that. But it's like, I'm not about to hold back. I've been grown too much to do that. And that childlike behavior, what they want, I'm giving you opportunity. Don't be telling and doing all that. Come too far. Come too far to turn back like I don't know better. And that's just not how things go. But this aspect, for sure. For sure. Clarity is. Got stabbed in the back again. And it was by roots, for sure. It's people you connected to. But that's that energy. I was going to try to skip that energy. I said, that's pain. We're going to shuffle through. Came out again and back to back of it. And back to back of it. And here goes some more roots again at the top. How intriguing, Jesus. These are all roots. And they're going to ask again. This is literally learning to love yourself, no matter what nobody else is thinking. Stay true. It's really important. And honestly, when me keep saying, I'm grown, it's reminding me of something I've seen in a video. Can't remember where I seen it at, honestly. But it was actually a kid in a diaper, and he was like, I'm grown. But this is literally like the adult saying it. Like, they want you to still operate like a child. Even though you're fully grown, they are bringing out the trauma from your childlike behavior because they want you to operate as a child. Do as I say. Even though you're doing as they say, it's just you're doing it too right. Intriguing energy. Is there any more messages within there? And coming back just caught my attention. You coming back somewhere? Jesus, that is sad and beautiful at the same time. This axis is right on top of. And that's it too. That's it. That's it. This pain is an obvious energy. It's obvious. It's being spotlighted. The Gemini is you thriving. It's two perspectives on that. Some people don't like that. Oh, that's what I was saying. It reminds me of that belly energy, honestly. It's a movie called Belly. It was like a drug aspect metaphorically, but the whole concept in a creative form, metaphorically, which it came out for me to express in that way, just part of the energy. I was giving an example of the energy. But some new people moved into, like, I guess, their territory, the people who was already there, and they heard they was going to be thriving, or they were thriving. And they was like, the guy was like, I don't like that shit. And he was eating his banana, and he was like, oh, I don't like that shit. We gonna do something on those niggas or something like that. He was just pissed that had competition, and it's like, join them, see how y'all can work together, or it's time for you to relocate or something like that. They ain't gotta move, like, maybe you need to relocate, but that's that energy, honestly. Somebody new coming in, and it's like, I don't like that shit. But intriguingly, it's a family form. This feel like a family reunion, and maybe this will remind me of the energy. A family reunion is family you ain't seen in a while, and you might be already thriving, but the new person coming in the door, and it's just you just automatically feel this type of way, like, oh, you just too damn beautiful, shit, you thriving, you gonna step on me, and it's like, why is your ego all of a sudden so low? You are a natural thriver. What the fuck just happened? That's why I talked about this energy a while ago. Dealing with other bosses. Some people don't like to deal with other bosses. All of a sudden, ego get questionable. That they forget that they are already naturally great. That's the intriguing part. It's just you meant to learn something. Just appreciate each other. It's one of those type of energies of a tenseness. It just, for me, it always bothers me when, even with me, I'm starting from the bottom, and it's like I got the ones at the top already intimidated. That's always how it goes. Even my own mother taught me that. Like, what the fuck? It's intriguing. How the hell are you jealous of me because I'm thriving? That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to want your child to thrive farther than what you did. Why you want a child to be way behind you? Ain't that the whole goal of being a parent? I want you to have what I did not have. You're just too damn pretty. The fuck? Awkward. Life is just too easy for you. Life is intriguing to me, Even with me being so shapely, she was always nervous that, guys were going to be into me and things like that. Even though I did go through a lot of, intriguingly, incest within my family. Which, once again, that's a close vicinity of energy of pain. Close vicinity of pain. It wasn't stranger danger. It was close vicinity pain. That's the intriguing part. It's like, you ain't got to worry about the strangers. Worry about the goddamn family. Did I even finish explaining about my aunt? Did I? That's the most recent one that just really just had me just like, whoa, hold on. I got frostbitten. So let me go away. I gotta rewind a little back, just like what I did about the cigarettes. When I was younger, I didn't really get to be around my aunt so much because my aunt came off like the one who just was so uppity. She had a great job, she's really neat, organized. Her house is really together, People just like, I don't want to go to your house because you can't touch nothing, can't do nothing, because she just got certain things in certain ways. I grew up, I'm the same exact way. I'm very organized and neat. It's just my natural behavior. So I was the dog's like, I can't wait to be around you. And I'm spiritual. She's a believer. She's Christian. I do spiritual work. I do pull cards, which that was one of the things where she was like, I don't know about, but you're a believer. You should believe in eternal energy. I'm translating for us. Like, this is the first aspect that came out is roots, reminiscent energy. Hello, of my castle of greatness. Speaking of that, where'd that card go? Reminiscing on something that should have been so great that turned into just what just happened, Jesus. What just happened? Anywho, so I was excited as to being around, believer, another believer. Um, this is during the time I got frostbitten. I fast forwarded into the story, as an adult, something that led me, our tragedies always bring people together. It's normally a death situation, but this was a traumatic aspect, and so I got frostbitten. And, traumatic situation happened. Guess who start flocking around? Family, just like a death. Magically, they all appear. And the other time, it would have been nice to have you around because I would never got frostbitten if family was available, but we're not going to dwell. It's not to go. It's all about timing. I get it, but literally, if those antennas was antennas when antennas was needed, that would never happen. You know. Um, but anyway, tragedy happened. Family gathered, and she came to see me in the hospital, and she was so happy. I was telling her I was spiritual and things like that. She said I wanted to come and stay with her. So after I left at the hospital, eventually when they let me go, I started staying with her. And she works a lot. She's like a nurse something where she go to people's houses and she helped them. Um, and I would still be in the house all day by myself. And the whole goal was for her to be able to help me. But I was just happy that I was indoor. So I didn't really dwell too much, but I had to, wrap my own hands, wash my own self, fix my own food, things like that. That wasn't a bad aspect, but in that concept, she started getting irritated because she's like, you can do a lot. I guess she thought I was like fully handicapped, but it's like, you are gone all day. What the fuck do you think I'm supposed to do? And on top of that, she got a dog. So I would feed the dog. I would cook the dog bacon. And she got upset because I was using all her goddamn bacon. But it's like, the dog is here all goddamn day by itself. The dog deserves a goddamn treat, and you got bacon in here, so he gonna eat the bacon. Just go buy some more fucking bacon so the dog can have some more bacon, or you can have bacon whenever you are home to cook bacon, But that could have been me, you out of pocket. But you out of pocket for leaving your fucking dog here all day and then getting upset when he eating your fucking bacon. The hell? But anywho. I loved the dog a lot, honestly. And it was already difficult because this was like fresh out the hospital hands. Hands didn't have no skin on it or nothing. And I'm trying to cook. It was intriguing to do, honestly. But that's physical therapy, I'm getting my little movement in, and somebody got to feed the fucking dog, and I'm here, you know. Um, so besides that, she started getting irritated with me because like you using all my bacon, you feeding the dog. I don't like that. Get the dog supposed to fucking starved. I don't know. He wasn't eating his dog food. He didn't like the dog food. It's this hard ass dog food. But that's a side note. But that's just one of the situations where I started realizing she was feeling a certain type of way because her bacon was gone. Um, and then she started letting me wear her clothes, and I looked at really cute in her clothes, and she didn't like that shit. She did not like it. She didn't like it in no form of way, and she was ready for me to go just because of the way I looked at her clothes. I was like, this is ridiculous, Jesus. You are too damn old and too thriving. Like, you got a great job. You live in a great area. You got a nice house. I'm pretty sure your finances is quite well. And if it's not, then shit, got your own work to do. Some goddamn clothes is got you feeling a certain type of way. You can go buy a whole new fucking wardrobe if you want it. And you already like 60 something goddamn years old. And the fact that my little young old self, because I'm 34. I think I was in my 30s during this time. I might have been 33, but can't really remember right now. I think I was 33. think I was 33 when this happened, but you look really cute in your clothes. And it was a dress. It was just easy to throw on my goddamn body, you know. It wasn't like it was like pants. I couldn't put pants on. It was too hard to do. So just throw a dress on. She started feeling a certain type of way. It's like, you in my house all day. You feeding my dog all my bacon. You looking all cute. Got upset. And it's like, I'm over here frostbiting, yo. I'm over here frostbiting. And you upset with me looking cute in your clothes? I need you to get your life together. What the hell? It just drives me crazy when people who are thriving, the things that make them insecure always make me be like, damn, do I really want to get to that level as that you guys are at? Because intriguingly, your insecurity level is intriguing. Like material things, they're still unhappy with themselves. It don't matter how much material things they got, how much they thrive in their career, they're not comfortable with themselves. And intriguingly, my natural, authentic behavior always triggered them. Like I'm the fucking problem. I was amazed, which made me have to do some backtracking energy, which I had to go back and stay with my ex because my aunt was upset that I was looking cute in her goddamn clothes. That was the only reason. I wasn't taking her shit. I was trying to clean up the house, which I was trying to. It was funny. This part was funny. Her dog was scared of the vacuum. I had never seen a dog afraid of a vacuum. Like the dog kept trying to attack the vacuum cleaner. I was like, this dog crazy. Yo, he was a little dog. It looked like a chihuahua, but it wasn't a chihuahua. It was like little and like real furry. I don't know what it was. Can't think of the name of it right now, but kept trying to like bite the goddamn vacuum cleaner. Like this vacuum cleaner about to suck you up. It did not like it, which for me, I felt like it had to be like a spirit in there or something. And the dog did not want me to vacuum it up or something like that. That's what I kept feeling like. But the dog really did not want me to vacuum. Like he would literally come and attack the fucking vacuum cleaner, which I was like, okay, whatever. Which I wanted to feed it bacon. That's what I think would make me start feeding it bacon because he was so terrified of the vacuum. I had to make it like comfort his mind because I was like, oh my God, I've been traumatized. The fucking dog I didn't mean to. But wound up cooking the dog some bacon and make him feel all better. But yeah, I would try to clean up around there. One like I just was like, you here all day, you know, you didn't try to straighten nothing up. I was straightening up, you know, much as I could, you know. Definitely with my hands being out. Really, I ain't told you nothing, you know, but tried to clean up, fed the dog, you know. So I was doing something as much as I could. It was the clothes. She couldn't handle it. You looking too cute in my shit. I don't like it. It's just like, oh my Jesus. This story of my life is becoming just ridiculous. Because it always happens at really important or significant times in my life where people turn on me. And it's normally because I'm thriving or I'm just in a really fragile situation, which is part of thriving metaphorically, but it always becomes this energy when I'm thriving or I'm in a really fragile energy. That's the intriguing part. It's just like, oh my Jesus. Not again. This was things like, not again. What is it? What is the problem? Oh, you just too damn nice? Oh, you like to clean, you sweeping the floors and everything? Look where I'm at. You know, don't it just make sense to do? You sweeping the mats and shit. I would prefer to vacuum, honestly, but it's like shit. If I had to sweep it, I don't know what they expected from me. I really don't know. Obviously not to work. I hired you to work, but I didn't expect you to work. I expect you to be friendly, even though, you know, I expected you to be friendly. You was friendly when I hired you, when I met you. When I interviewed you, was friendly. You were really understanding. You didn't mind socializing. But when you got on the floor, you was real social. You actually came to work. I don't like that shit. Like, why you don't like that shit? It make me have to work harder. It makes me have to work harder. Well, you should have been working hard already. It reminds me of inspection time. All of a sudden, it's inspection time. They want to start keeping everything all neat and tidy. Why is it not always this way? Why we gotta put on this goddamn facade like we all clean and neat all the goddamn time? We're not. You don't get a license. You fail inspection because it's not authentic. That's what that energy remind me of. I gotta work harder now. Why would you not already doing that? Why is this surprising to you? Why isn't this lovely? You follow a suit. I ain't gotta tell you this week. You just do it. Lovely. Embrace your power and have faith. Be true to yourself. Oh my Jesus, this is so much confirmation. That's lovely. And rejuvenate. Take time to relax. It's really important. Definitely with this energy. The thing's about to be so intensified. It's already been intensified because people have been out shopping and just prepping for the holidays. Strategizing how they want to bring in the New Year's and probably having anxiety from reuniting energy with family. They ain't seeing people in so long and maybe things ain't been going so well with you and family like to ask questions. So how things been? And you got to tell them all this, or maybe you don't even want to even talk about it. But it's that time where y'all coming together and you got anxiety about even having to express things. All that energy is at play right now, and it's energy of it's tense. It's an energy of walking on eggshells. And it's like, why is it that way? This is family. Maybe you need to skip it. Maybe you don't need to attend it. There's nothing wrong with it. That can be your rejuvenate energy. Maybe you need to just take time for yourself. Spend this holiday by yourself. Watch you a movie. Read a book. Have spa day for you. Get you a bottle of wine. Enjoy just by yourself. Literally, listen to some music. Maybe you don't need to put yourself in a situation where you don't have to. You're not forced to go and gather with them if it's going to give you anxiety. That's the part of being an adult. That's that adult energy. A wise person energy. Even though you was wise as a child, you was forced to have to go and attend with these goddamn people. And that's where a lot of trauma came. When you get to choose, so I don't want to be around you. You don't have to. There's nothing wrong with that. That's one of those energies too, for sure. And the other aspect is just overwhelmed with buying things. The pressure of having to buy things. You don't buy nothing if you don't want to. Just show up. You yourself is an own gift. You an eternal energy. When that flesh is gone, they're gonna wish you was available. If that makes sense, but some people have an anxiety about shopping, things to buy, feeling forced to buy things, just like attending something. That's an intense energy. I did buy a couple things this year, honestly, just because I feel like you deserve it, honestly. And I'm able to, and it's just, I love this time of year, honestly. Even though I'm normally solo, I probably will be solo during this holiday time. It's a normal behavior. I shouldn't be, honestly, but it is what it is. Keep getting sad. It's just that's the energy. It's an intense energy. And all this aspect, it keep coming off these two energies. That's the intriguing part. And these were the first ones. This is the axles, but it was actually the roots. But it keep coming off as these two energies. A childlike behavior, even though you're an adult. Like you feeling forced to do certain things when you don't have to. Or you just naturally shine it and people don't like that. They want you in a childlike behavior, even though you're an adult. And if you start acting like a child, they be like, you're not a child. They remind you you're not a child, but when you be an adult, they remind you, I don't know. They don't remind you. They just want you in that form. They be surprised. Like, oh, the adult just talk back. Oh, you said something back. Intriguing. Because they expecting this behavior. Even though they're not expecting it, because they see childlike behavior, they tell you, they remind you you're an adult. That's the intriguing part within this energy. And then the confirmation from the divine energy of the universe, it says, embrace your power, which that's the adult behavior, but you're doing it. You're putting your fear, you're stepping your little foot out there, one step, two step. You're stepping into your authentic behavior. Even though intriguingly, this is the part that keeps driving me crazy, you've always been that way. Even in a child form, always been that way. But trauma, this is a suppressed energy. This is literally going back to the beginning, which is going with the page of roots. And where's the other one at? Where are you at? In the night of roots. You have to go back and learn your childlike behavior. What you was like as a child. What's authentic to you? What's your natural self? Before somebody told you no or you shouldn't do something. Then once you do that, once you learn yourself, you comfortable. Shoes off. I'm putting on a show. Shoes off. Hella comfortable. They call it, I'm in my element. It's that aspect. And it's being true to yourself. And have faith is important. Have faith came out. It might even be within yourself. Honestly, or in a situation. Because you are the queen. You are the queen. Access. You have light in the dark. And you got your hand out within this. You expecting to receive something or you want to. This is important. I kind of want to get clarity for it. It just caught my attention. This handout is really important. Let's see if I can get clarity really quick. Should I use the divine energy? Let's use the divine energy really quick to confirm this. Love yourself. Change tracks. Love yourself. Strengthen your gifts. This is ridiculously beautiful. This is a lot of confirmation of self. A lot of confirmation of self. This is coming from, the first aspect was the rhythm and the soul tarot, which is speaking of your roots. You having to go back and learn yourself. And then what you do, you on full throttle, but it is not like literally, because it's not the king, that's the knight. You just putting your foot out there. You just, Then it went to the axles because you keep stumbling into pain. Each time you put your foot out there, you express yourself, you run into pain because people don't like that. But the whole aspect is to stay true within that. That's what the divine energy is saying. Love yourself, change tracks, embrace your power, because you naturally have the answers. What was your childlike self like? What did you like to do? How was you thinking? Did I say what you like to do already? Because look at this image. I'm going to put it in a little closer. Look at his facial expression. Like he looked like he looking to the side. Look at his face. Like, oh yeah. And for me, I feel like I expressed it on my neck as an adult. Like he playing music in this, but it's always been what I project, what I say. If I all naturally have the answers, either I'm going to write it down or I'm going to project it. That's naturally my gift and my power. If that makes sense. That's light in the dark. You got the answers within, project it. Isn't that the best human form? That's what makes the human life the best aspect is you can project. Engage in higher reason. Live your soul, not your role. What is in the inside is important, which is going right back to that law of gender energy. Live your soul, not your role. And just go back to strengthen your gifts. You have to learn yourself. It's really, really important. I think this is housekeeping. Snap them, hold on. Hello. Service? Yes, you can come in. But that's been the energy, you guys. So remember, be kind. You are a reflection.